I wasn't planning on doing a video like this, but after I heard the news of Ozzy's passing and I saw what a bunch of us were going through sort of collectively, I just thought it might be nice to mark it, commemorate it, whilst also validating the out of you and me, of course. There are a lot of people struck with grief right now, and honestly, as a therapist, I just thought it might be nice to sort of put my 2 pence in there about, grief, but also why this particular bereavement feels so poignant for a lot of us. Just create a bit of a safe space. So thank you for joining us and being a part of this little corner of the internet that we have created together. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I feel like the reason this feels so personal for a lot of us is because Ozzy is us, essentially. He's chaotic, he's unapologetically him, just flawed in the best kind of way. And I feel like a lot of us, especially those of us who are neurodivergent, traumatized, have been ostracized, othered, can see ourselves in him, like in a weird way. His ability to just be him is actually almost like a bit of a safe space. It feels containing for a lot of us. It kind of gave us permission to accept ourselves for who we are. For example, when the Osbournes came out, that family just aired all the dirty laundry for all of us to see, and it was so chaotic, and it just made a lot of families feel normal. And I think because they are just like the epitome of that like working class, or came from a working class background in Birmingham, just really gritty British family turned millionaires and superstars, was just something that I feel like as Brits, it's kind of culture to get behind an underdog, and that's what I feel like Ozzy was for a lot of us. But anyway, the thing is, when someone like Ozzy passes, it feels big because it's almost like losing a part of your identity, especially if you grew up listening to Ozzy's music, other things that kind of he was a part of. It feels nostalgic. Kelly, in a statement on Instagram, on her stories, said, "Grief sneaks up on you in waves. I will not be okay for a while." And to everyone who just nodded along with that statement, you feel those words. And before I carry on, I do just want to extend my biggest love to those who knew Ozzy personally, family, close friends, because I can't even begin to imagine what they are going through right now. But even for those who didn't know him and also feel that sense of grief, just know that your grief is valid too. And not that you need permission from anybody to feel it, but if that's what you're looking for, allow me to give you permission to feel that grief, because it is completely valid and you deserve to feel it. How? Well, I think Kelly said it best, to be honest. She said that grief comes in waves, and she is so right. It reminds me of the ball in the box analogy, which I've talked about before on this channel, and if you don't know, it's very well known about in like the therapy world, but if you've not heard it before, I'll just really quickly run over it for you. So imagine a box, and inside that box there is a ball which represents grief, and there is also a button on the wall of that box inside that is the pain button. And this ball inside of this box at the moment, sort of immediately after losing somebody, the ball is massive, and so it's always pushing on that pain button. But over time, the ball gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's kind of moving around inside of there. So the smaller it gets, the less it catches that pain button. It never truly goes away. The pain button's always there. There are always times that something might happen or remind you, and it comes flooding back. So she's so right. It is like it comes in waves. And those waves might be really, really thick and fast at the minute. Over time, they will become more gentle, fewer and further between. Remembering that person becomes less painful. But the trick is, with these waves, to not fight them, because how much energy that takes. Imagine like physically, imagine yourself on a beach with these really, really heavy, like powerful waves, and trying to go against them every single time. Like it would just take up so much of your time, so much of your energy, and it's not conducive. Like it doesn't get you anywhere. Whereas if you kind of just like let them happen, like let them roll you over a little bit. And it's about just kind of going with it when it happens. There are things that you can do when it feels the most intense. Go back to things, go like to feel close to that person. Go back to watching the Osbournes, go back to listen to some music or whatever kind of floats your boat in the Aussie world. Watch interviews, watch the back to the beginning videos, which I've been seeing all over social media, which is wonderful. Speak to people who get it, whatever you need. Let yourself cry, let yourself laugh, and everything in between. Allow it. And what's really wonderful to see is all the clips that are being shared on social media, all the tributes, all the comments on social media, the flowers, the procession through Birmingham, the music that's being played on the radio again. Like, it's so beautiful to see so many people collectively experiencing this together. It's like a big community, and that is wonderful. And I know that the family have also commented on how wonderful that is as well for them. And I just think it's amazing that we have that as a community. And remember this, I'm going to leave you with this. If you're feeling something, that is his legacy right there. The fact that he made enough of an impact to create shockwaves across the world in this way and affect so many people is just, that is special, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I know this was slightly different for my content. I'm going to get back to my usual, whatever the phrase is, usual programming. We'll be back to usual programming soon. Consider joining my little community, my little corner of the internet, if you agree that it's metal to talk about mental health and it's metal to talk about things like this. Thanks for joining me, and I love you. Take so much care of yourself. Please look after yourselves.